Your station for new and original, raw and uncut talent. Talk, politics, and music.
Chill. Yeah, I had to make sure we good. All right, let's go with it. Welcome back to Politics as usual. This is Eric Wright. I'm here to bring you the new information, talk about some topics that may have popped up on your timeline. There's a lot of things that's been going on. We're now in the first week of November, 2023, and let's go ahead and take a deep dive in it because we're gonna be in Alabama for a little while, and then we're gonna jump to some national stuff, and also my people up north. We're gonna talk about a few things, but the first thing I want to go ahead and talk about right now is this legend that recently passed away. He was in Birmingham, and he was 90 years old, and this guy was the first black police officer in the city of Birmingham, Alabama. His last name was Stover, and he's actually from Selma. Left Selma about 52, and he came to Birmingham and became the first black police officer in the city of Birmingham. This was in 1966. He was on the police force for 32 years. 32 years. And around 1992, finally became captain of all outside operations. So this is a guy that was the Jackie Robinson of the police department in Birmingham. And he didn't think much about being the first black person that actually became a police officer. He wanted more black people to participate in this and be able to protect their community and their loved ones. He actually said that the racism that he faced was frustrating, and sometimes it discouraged him, but it never got him down. He said, "God uses whom He chooses for His purposes. I think his purpose was to integrate the Birmingham Police Department. He said I was just a vessel by God for his purpose." And then Stover went on to say, "I like to tell all younger black people that you can be an example for your group, your race, or whatever by just doing right and treating people right." Again, Mr. Stover passed away at 90 years old. We want to say rest in peace and thank you for his service. And all of the guys that are now on police departments around the nation and also in Alabama, remember this guy that charted the course for you. Birmingham's finest. All right, so we was in Birmingham. Let me take you to East Alabama. That was a that was a headline that came up, and I had to double take at it. I didn't really understand it, and it said Alabama mayor commits suicide. Alabama mayor commits suicide, and this mayor was was put out. I think they say how you out someone from having a sexual life that's not their normal life or what they show it to be. He identifies as a curvy, thick trans woman, and this was put out by some conservative group, and they post the pictures, and I guess the guy had a OnlyFans or some kind of site that he was on, and he was dressed as a woman, and that's how he identified. But his family was worried about him after that information came out, and they wanted the sheriff department to do a quality check just to make sure he was okay. And the sheriff's department finally found the guy. He was driving, and when he finally stopped his vehicle, he got out of his vehicle with a firearm and took his own life. That's a very sad thing. But this guy was a mayor, the same mayor that got the people of Smith Station, around Smith Station, Phoenix City, when the tornadoes hit a few years ago, and President Trump was visiting. Like, that was the mayor that he was with. This is also the mayor that helped that area kind of build up a bit, and he was a pastor. He was definitely a pastor, but secretly identifying as a trans woman as well. And this was a mayor in Southeast Alabama. Yeah, I think his name was Mayor Copeland. Yeah, Copeland. Copeland was the name. But this was in Phoenix City. Phoenix City may not want to claim that, but Phoenix City, Smith Station area. That's where it was. But these are the people that was elected to represent a community there. I'm pretty sure that community is a very conservative community, and that community votes a certain way. With that being said, you really have to know and understand the people that you vote for. Like, how can a person live two, three, four totally different lives than the ones that they really portray to you when they ask and plead for your vote and get power in the area to change certain things? So keep that in mind. Like, you really got to get to know these people, and maybe that may have been okay if he would have came out and said, as long as he did a great job. Who knows? The world is quite different. But if you want to play a conservative, you have to live a conservative life. Because if not, things like this happen, and we'll be on nationwide news because we have a mayor that took his own life because he was secretly living a life that he probably condemned on the often on on a daily basis, being a pastor and a mayor. Keep that in mind. Tell me what you think in the comments. If you think anything different, or if you heard anything, let me know what you think. Next topic. Now, this came from the White House. Let's talk about Sleepy Joe real quick. Joe, man, we try to love you, and we try to rock with you most of the time. Halftime we're forced to, but it's just certain things like this that really burns my damn soul. So Joe watches the new Mission Impossible, and watching the new Mission Impossible, but don't want to spoil it for anyone. But the antagonist, or the villain, is some kind of souped up AI machine. So so after he watches this, within about 48 hours, Joe Biden signs a sweeping executive order to promote the safe, secure, and trustworthy development and use of artificial intelligence. President Biden's concerns over artificial intelligence intensified after watching Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, according to White House sources. Okay, yeah, Mission Impossible. Yes, AI is out here. We know that already, Joe. Like, AI has been out here. And the problem is this: for us as a community, as black people, we would probably feel the effects of AI within our workforce more than anyone else, because it's a continuous attempt on a lot of people's part to make sure that most jobs are automated. And they bring in machines to do most things that people used to do 15, 20 years ago. And it's just going to continue. And AI assists with that. So, as a community, we have to understand what AI is better than waiting on the White House or Joe Biden to finally see the light and put in some kind of protections for us. There's things that's been going on in the world for over the last 15, 20 years. Is yes, AI is here. Alexa is AI. Siri is an AI. There's different kind of AIs. Some are just to have a conversation with you. Some are prompted to give responses, and the more responses you give them, more data you give them, the smarter they become. Others are robotics, and other ones are deep thinking AIs that you give them a problem and they continue to work on that even night day it just continues to work. So we got to understand the differences between AI and how that affects us. You know, from going to Walmart and everyone having to use the self checkout. That used to be somebody's job. You know, going to some of these car manufacturers and you used to spray the bumpers and paint the cars. That's no longer the case. No humans are painting the cars and things like that no more. The AI is actually doing this. So AI is already with us. Like this is not something that's on the way or that's coming. And the fact that generative AI has finally come out to actually write script or have conversations like Chat GPT. You know, those things have just became popular and this has been a craze on that as of right now because it's new to a lot of people. But AI has always been with us. It's been with us for a while. And the point is it's just getting smarter and adapting. Like Joe should be afraid or hesitant because as of right now, this is the first time they've ever put any parameters on AI and what they can and can't do. He saw himself in these deep fake videos rapping the Jay Z song. And you know, like hell, he don't know no Jay Z lyrics. You know, but these are the deep fake things that's going on. There's people now that's concerned, and it's actually going to be a federal crime that people are calling you, getting a voice clip from you, and then calling your family members saying that you've been kidnapped, using your voice to actually extort people for money. That's now a federal crime. Just FYI, I'm putting that out there if you didn't know it, so don't try that shit. So they're just now putting parameters about this. So we got to be thinking in our own community, how do we protect ourselves? How do we learn about AI? How do we use it as a tool to help our community build? Because there are things that we can do. If you're not great at writing, then you need to write a business plan. If you're not savvy about certain things and you got a general idea, like AI may be able to help you get to a step further where you don't have to depend on someone else. So it can help our community. We just got to talk about it and share that information. For more information about AI and how it affects us, I wrote a book called AI Insurance Principles. It is a base conversation with the AI just to get its understanding of what it thinks insurance is and what it's supposed to do for people. Now, along the conversation, the AI is getting smarter and smarter, and you'll notice that in the book. If you purchase that book, I definitely recommend that for anyone in the black community. It is not only a conversation, it is also your dictionary and go to book for all insurance terms, jargons, concepts. If you want to know about car insurance, homeowners insurance, life insurance, flood insurance, the differences between liabilities, and business owners insurance. If you want to insure cannabis products, it's all in there and it's broken down almost like a dictionary. So it's an easy read. You can flip through there. If you ever had a question about an insurance product or something, look through that book and you can see the base definition of it and what it's about. So that's AI Insurance Principles. That is available on just about every platform, Amazon, Kindle, all of that. So definitely check that out. Boom. We got to talk about that within our community. Spread that information. AI is here. It's going to be here for a while. It's better we wield the tool than it be wielded on us. So think about that. Got to keep your head there. All right. Last topic. I want to congratulate my people in Ohio. I want to congratulate you. Y'all did something yesterday. If nobody was paying attention, I was watching. I was watching. You know, I got people in Cleveland. I got people in Columbus, Cincinnati. You know, I got people in Toledo. Holla at the Howards up there. You know, yesterday, issue 2 was up for a vote. Issue 2 in Ohio was the legalization of marijuana for recreational use in the state of Ohio, and it passed overwhelmingly. So shout out to my people. Y'all are now free. Y'all are now free from all those draconian laws about locking people up for a substance that grows out of the ground and the fact that people in other states are making money out of it. They ought to get off that shit. We still waiting on Alabama to come on with it. Put it on the ballot. Let the people vote for it. Let the people vote for it. See, this is what you got to know. Even with all the Republicans that's in Ohio, it passed overwhelmingly. That means that it had bipartisan support. So it's not an issue about a Democrat or Republican, because one thing about smokers or people that understand cannabis, the usage is the same. It doesn't matter if you black, white, Chinese. I don't give a damn. Everybody uses it the same. So if you stop 5 black people, you may get a few people that have weed on them. But if you stop 5 white people, you may get a few white people that have weed on. The usage is the same. That means this is a bipartisan issue. So Joe, you watching Mission Impossible? It ain't impossible to decriminalize marijuana. It's not impossible to remove it from a Schedule 1 drug, because ain't no way in hell cannabis should be scheduled the same as heroin and other hard drugs like that. So let's cut the shit. Let's take example from my people in Ohio that went out to vote and got it passed. Hey, shout out to y'all. Yeah, remember, keep your eye on the bullshit. It's all politics as usual. Keep your head on the swivel.